knows this nigga Drew trip.
What up, though? What up, though? Welcome to the Conclusion I Drew podcast, and I'm your host, Drew, and I'll be giving you the best interviews with the livest takes, and from the conclusion I drew, you can draw your own.
Drew's conclusions always Drew conclusions.
Alright, welcome to the Conclusion I Drew podcast show. It's the first episode. We got a special guest in the building. Go by the name of OGE, Smyrna Boy E, all of that good stuff. Go ahead and introduce yourself, fam.
I'm OGE, one of the original Smyrna Boy members. Originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but you know, I got my game right here in County, Georgia.
Alright, originally from New Orleans, but you got the game in Smyrna.
Yeah,
I can dig that. Alright, let's get into your background. You already said you was born in New Orleans. What part of New Orleans was you born in?
I'm from the uptown area in New Orleans, but I stayed all over that motherfucker. Like, I stayed on the West Bank, in the neighborhood called Kennedy Heights, not too far from this neighborhood called Railroad 2 also.
Uptown, UPT. Okay.
And I'm not from the 3rd Ward or the 17th. I'm from the 10th Ward, St. Thomas Projects.
10th Ward, St. Thomas. Okay, shout out St. Thomas. How was it growing up in New Orleans? Like, how was your hometown? What can you tell me about what you remember, like when you was little?
To me, New Orleans was like a death place. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like when you move to that one, when you go to it, like you can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a death trap.
Yeah. I grew up seeing most of what everybody see in the neighborhood, killing drugs, you know, just stuff that you gonna want your kids to see. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in an area where I seen a lot of it. I watched my cousin get killed when I was 5 years old, so that's how I wound up moving to Georgia. Feel me?
So you witnessed murders when you was 5 years old. So it's safe to say you had to get the hell away from there ASAP.
Yeah, especially. My mama thought that ASAP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just had to do what I had to do. And by the grace of God, I made it out there, motherfucker.
For sure. So, when you and your family moved to New Orleans, how was it? I mean, moved from New Orleans to Georgia, how was it?
At first, when I first moved to Georgia, I did not like it. I wanted to move back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was different. Like I say, coming from New Orleans, you know, I grew up in the area in New Orleans where that's where I wanted to be at the same time now. You know what I'm saying? So when I moved here, it was like, this ain't what I'm talking. I don't want to be here. I want to move back. I'm just being real.
For sure. So it was hard adapting to this place?
Hell yeah, I didn't even know my family who stayed up here. So when I moved here, everything was just weird to me. Like, I didn't see wolves until I moved to Georgia. I'm just being real.
No, you seen wolves, just not animals.
Yeah,
it was wolves in the projects, my nigga, for sure.
I'm telling you, listen, bro, I have never seen none of that shit till I moved. I ain't even seen a snake till I moved to Georgia.
Yeah.
For real. Hills, and then all these hills. We ain't got no motherfucking hill. The only hill I ever seen was a bridge.
For sure. It was hard getting acclimated to Georgia. What you remember about your school days in Georgia? Like, what's the first school you remember? Like, what's elementary, middle school, and high school you went to?
I went to elementary school. I went to Brown Elementary. I went to North Park Elementary, and I also stayed in Savannah, Georgia, where I went to White Bluff Elementary. Shout out to the Savannah.
Shout out to the
school. I started middle school actually in Savannah. I went to Bartlett Middle School. Then I moved back to Cobb. I went to Floyd Middle School. I went to Griffin Middle School. And I also went to Turner School in middle school. It's crazy. Man. And the only high school I ever went to was Campbell High School, man. Shout out to the sports, man.
So you've been in the Ville for most of your whole life. Every school you just named, except the Savannah School, was in the Ville. The Ville is Smyrna, Georgia, for anybody that don't know.
Gotta do that.
Okay, so
we gave them 4 days. That's crazy, because we gave that shit the name, Smyrnaville.
so y'all made up Smyrnaville?
Not really. My OGs was the ones who started the Smyrnaville, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, but y'all made it lit.
Yeah, we made that thing. We took it to another level.
Yeah, I'm already knowing that. So, what type of kid was you in, like, middle school and high school? Was you an athlete? Was you a troublemaker? Was you a student that excelled in your work? Like, what type of student were you?
One thing about me, I always been the type of person that wanted to learn. You feel me? But it was some decision that I made that made me stay in school. Like, I was an athlete. I played football, I played basketball, I played baseball, but most of the time I played sports was to make me stay in school. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was in the streets then. You feel me? I grew up pretty fast, so I don't know what to really ask you to say to you about what type of person I was in school. Like, was I good? You asking the teachers, was I good? Some are gonna say yes, some gonna say no. You feel me? You asking the goddamn coaches, was I bad? A lot of them gonna say yes, a lot of them gonna say no. I was just the type of person I always had my own mind, so I went to school, I passed, I graduated from high school, so you know what I'm saying?
You was an average student.
Yeah, you can say I
Okay,
was
so
average.
you said you grew up pretty fast. So tell me one thing that you seen before the age of 13 that made you say, like, damn, this shit for real.
Probably like I told you, when my cousin get killed, you know what I'm saying? That shit made me realize life was real, you know what I'm saying, before the age of 13.
And what age were you when that happened?
I was 5.
5 years old, you seen your cousin get killed.
Hell yeah. That made me realize, okay, life is real. That and my grandma dying, that made me feel like, well, my grandma was the first person I ever seen die, so watching her die was like, hold on, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, life get real like this here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I understood, but I didn't understand. But when I see my cousin get killed, like,
Your grandma passed before your cousin?
yeah.
Okay, so you was a little bit younger than 5?
Yeah, I was like probably like 3 years old.
But when you actually saw it, that affected you.
Yeah.
What like did it traumatize you in any way, you think?
Talking about with my cousin?
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. That shit traumatized me a lot because that was the first person that I ever could say like that really meant something to me, because he was more like a role model. Everybody that I looked up to him. So it was like, shit, most of all, that was the person I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? That was the person, like, shit, we was outside playing football with, like, he was in the streets, but he always took time out to play with his little cousin or teach us something, you know what I'm saying? So for him dying, he was more like, not just my cousin, he was more like a big brother too.
Okay, so that's a very traumatic experience, man. R.I.P. to Grams and your uncle, your cousin.
R.I.P. Lil Warren, man, y'all know what's on Earl Brock X.
Alright, so I heard your brother could have went to the NFL when y'all was in high school. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, hell yeah,
Before you go, I also heard he was number 2 in rushing to Jonathan Dwyer that senior year.
One.
Okay. Let me get that straight. He was number 1 to Jonathan Dwyer.
He was number 2.
Okay.
My brother was number 1. Real shit. And for the All-Star game, my brother was the fullback. He was the running back. For real. But yeah, he was a dog. He probably could have. He would have stayed with it, but. My mama passed away his senior year. Matter of fact, a day before, like 2 days, 3 days before the All-Star game. I mean, not the All-Star game, but one of the playoff games before they played. I think they played Walton. I can't remember who they was playing, but they played in McEachern. He was actually at practice for the playoff game when my mama passed away. So it was like more like, you know, he was a mama's boy, you know what I'm saying? I was really more like the person who was like more in the streets at the time too. So yeah, you feel me? So when she died, she died and my brother went to college. So when he went to college, I think he was still messing with him at the same time. So me being the person that I am, you know what I'm saying? I stepped up to be an older brother, because my older brother was in prison. So when I got locked up, he really ain't have nobody there to be there for him. You know what I'm saying? So it was more like, shit, fuck it. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I used to blame myself for that shit, but at the same time, you know, I feel like a man gonna be his man, gonna make his own decision.
So if you had an opportunity to change that, you would have tried to be there when everything fell apart so that it could have kept going?
Yeah, I definitely would have, I think if I would have had a different mind frame, I probably would have been pushing him more towards that way.
But on the real, you was a kid yourself.
Yeah,
just
but,
like him.
You know, I always had responsibility, so at the same time, I was messed up in the head too with my mama passing, you feel me? So it messed with me, but I always try to be stronger for both of us, you know what I'm saying? But me, like I said, if I would have had the right mind frame like I have now, my brother would be in the NFL, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, so losing your mother is hard, man. I salute everybody that got through that. Salute all y'all. Growing up, yes sir. Growing up, who was your influencers? Like, who did you look up to?
Growing up, I had to say one of my big homies, LaRue. Also go by his name, Beloved right now. My cousin Lamar, who I also told you about, and musically wise, I would have to say Soulja Slim. You know what I'm saying? I've watched that nigga walk through the projects, and nigga looked at that nigga and moved out the way like he was God.
Okay, so let's dive into all three of those separately. You said Lil Rue. Who is he?
He one of the I guess
Beloved, aka Lil Rue.
He one of the he was really one to me that paved the way that for County to really like be what it is.
Here's
in the music.
A summary from Wikipedia. The machinist is a
to be able to even make music coming from County. Like, he was the first one that I ever really seen in the big league with all the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? He was signed to a label called Fat Boy Records. At the same time, same label that Bone Crusher was signed to, Archer was signed to, and he had a song called Walk on the Cars. You know what I'm saying? That walk on to the car, home of the cars. You ride big tires on trucks, you get stopped. And fuck what you heard, hey bodies do dry, hey cold dude get chopped, and dope boys get popped. So walk on to the car. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying? Whew, that been jumping, bro. I'm talking about.
So Lil Rue was the influence on the music. What about Soulja Slim?
Soulja Slim.
What about him made you say, damn, that nigga the one?
Shit, just coming from where I'm coming from, but like living the life he was living, you know what I'm saying? Like coming from where I'm coming from. Like I know everything he was talking about, he was really living it. He was really doing it. There wasn't no playing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like just the respect that folks gave him, I always wanted to say like I wanted to be respected like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even if you go on YouTube and watch what his funeral was, like his funeral, the whole city was out there. You know what I'm saying? And, like he got respect, not just from his side of the town. Everywhere he went, you know, it's always gonna be a halo where you go at somewhere. But he just had respect everywhere he went. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to be in my neighborhood. Like, I wanted to be the motherfucker in kind of like I wanted to go everywhere and nigga respect me. You feel me? And that's how I am. Right now, I can go anywhere in Cobb County. Anywhere. From East Cobb to South Cobb, wherever you want to go at, we can go in there. Paper man, you know what I'm saying? Wherever a nigga want to go, I can go anywhere and be good. A lot of niggas still beefing with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I always wanted. I always wanted. Just perfect example, like, he say, niggas say, I'm going to hit the scene like Pop did, no limit, and make some money out the asshole and blow up like the world trade. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm on. Like, that nigga was really, that nigga really can spit.
For sure.
But he was really talking about gangster shit. You feel me? Like, and that's the type of shit that I grew up on.
Soulja Slim was a real one. So you say Soulja Slim, Lil Rue, and Big Cuz. Alright, so when the first time I ever heard about you, it was on some music shit. Like, you was the first person, like, well, I ain't gonna say you and your squad was the first niggas doing music in Cobb County that I know of. So my question is, like, in my eyes, you the pioneer of Cobb County music. How does it feel for me to give you that label, or for anybody to give you that label?
Well, like this here, for anybody to give me that label, I'm very appreciative. But I would be wrong to not even big up the people who was doing it before me. You see what I'm saying? Because it was, like I told you, Rue was if anybody asked me who was the one that paved the streets for Cobb County music, I would have to say Rue. Rue and the Committee Boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were the first ones that I know about. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, I was out here when some of these folks wasn't even jumping off the porch yet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't, like I said, like Gator them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could take you back to A1 and the Super Group when they had that Booster Boy. Like, a lot of folks don't even know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, music for Cobb County, like, a lot of folks don't even know about the music for Cobb County. We just so happen to get to a level where we really was doing it for Cobb County.
Y'all had all the street anthems, bro. Y'all had every street anthem, about 4 or 5 of them things.
Yeah, but we was in the streets too. That's what fought us for so long. You know what I'm saying? That's just being real. We had the streets.
Okay. What you think? Do you think any of the newer artists in Cobb that it came out maybe last 5 to 6, 7 years should pay homage to the artists that paved the way? Because like I said, all these new artists I know weren't making music 10 years ago, but you was. So do you think they should pay homage even if they feel like they better than you?
Like, it's real shit. At the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's people like you know what I'm saying, other people that already gave me respect and acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give people their flowers while they're here.
It's a lot of folks that not gonna do that because they envy me. You know what I'm saying? They're never gonna say, thank you, bro, you know what I'm saying, for making away from your...
Man's biggest fear is competition.
Exactly, you feel me? A lot of people don't want a competition. You feel what I'm saying? But if we, instead of niggas be saying, hey, bro, you know, shit, tell me what you did that I could probably do that can help me. You know what I'm saying? I could be like, shit, look, bro, how you did that? You know what I'm saying? Help me with do this. They don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And we come together, we could be bigger than them niggas in the city. That's the crazy part. Because we got a lot of talent in Cobb. You know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of talent.
I pick up a lot of niggas. A lot of niggas don't even, like you said, give me the props or give me the type of respect in that music shit. But I don't give a fuck. A nigga gonna talk about me behind my back, but when they get in shit in front of my face, it's a whole different story.
Alright. Can you give me 3 artists in Cobb you like? And nobody out your clique. Because we already know Young are giving.
I had to say
3 artists in Cobb that you will hop on the track. VJ?
Yeah. My nigga Vic J, man, Dr. J. My little cousin. I guess you could say he on my label too, kinda, you know what I'm saying? But Wendy Hill, baby, Foley, and real shit, somebody that you probably nobody even know about, and he's a white boy. My little nigga G-Man, he just a fool. For real.
Okay, G-Man, Wendy Hill, baby, and VJ?
Yep.
Shout out all 3 of y'all, man. Keep working, man. I hope we all see each other at the top.
Got to know that.
Alright, how does it feel to have gotten a beat from Congo? Congo made a lot of beats, a lot of industry beats. How does it feel to have gotten a beat from somebody that's on that level?
See, Congo from Congo, you feel what I'm saying? So, it was easy to get beats from, you gotta, like I said, it was so easy because we had that song, The Ville, right? The Ville was so turned that when Congo seen us, he gave us a CD full of beats, you see what I'm saying? And we just so happened to be listening to the beats one day, like, shit, let's play these bitches and see what's one we like. And the beat for that Crank It Up one time came on. And Love was in the kitchen, he kept on telling us, crank it up one time, rock me, crank it up one time. I said, bro, that's the hook. I'm telling you, that's the hook.
Shout out my nigga Love, man.
And he was like, and both, but him and Love looked at me like, huh? Bro, hell nah. I'm like, bro, listen, bro. Them niggas had turned it up at the time. It was turned up, you feel me? I'm like, bro, them niggas, that's why I say it on the song, Crank Me Up One Time. That's why I say that shit when I was like, y'all turned up. I said it on one song,
Turned
like,
up in the view and why me crank it on one time, yeah.
Y'all turned up, but we cranked up, you feel me? While you trying to turn up, I'm already cranked up.
For sure.
So that's what that went at. So I'm like, bro, I'm telling y'all that's it. So Love like, all right, I'm like, bro, you just gotta put some more shit with it, you feel me? And when he went to saying that, pussy nigga, I can hard, I'm gonna crank it all one time. Talking about him for a carb, I'm gonna crank it all one time. Smyrnaville like this here, I'm finna crank it all one time. Crank it all one time. And that's how we did that, you feel me? That next thing you know, crank it all one time, went to the roof. You go look at that video, that's the first time we performed that song. We didn't even know the words. For real.
These niggas freestyled to perform.
That nigga Love got out on a Saturday. Oh, he got out probably on a Friday or Saturday. We went to the club on a Saturday, got the fight, and recorded that on a Sunday and performed it on a Monday. We had to beg the club people to let him in the club to perform the song.
Hey man, shout out y'all. Shout out to Congo for that beat, cause that song right there is lit. Alright, is there anybody in the music industry that you're related to?
Mystical is my cousin by marriage. His uncle married my auntie Linda, who also was like a mama to me. And his uncle, whose name is Gregory Tyler, also like, that's my uncle, you know what I'm saying? I can call him on the phone right now, he gonna pick up. So, you know, that's my cousin by marriage, you know what I'm saying? I done been around him before, you know what I'm saying? We done been at the same family events, but I don't like to use stuff like that because I like to do my own grind. You feel me?
Respect.
I got friends that I grew up with that's in the industry, but I want to use my own grind. You know what I'm saying? I want to make my own post in the game.
Respect to that. Welcome back to the Conclusion I Drew podcast. Got a special guest, OGE in the building.
Good.
Let's get back into it. So, with that Crank It Up One Time, the Congo made that beat, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so that your hottest song that you've made so far? Is that the song with the most views, the biggest song you made?
Yeah, that's one with the most views on the but I did a song when Love and Younger was in prison. I did a song with my little young nigga Dolo called Sucker Free. He got some views on that one too. It's on YouTube too.
Okay.
Under Sucker Free of DR.
Okay. Do you think that it was ever a point in your music career that you was hot enough to get signed? Like, not good enough, hot enough, because you know, like these record labels look for a nigga with 1 million followers with a song that's already popping. Do you feel like you was ever popping to the point?
I had over 5,000 friends on Facebook. Over 5,000. This was in 2008. Now I'm in 2009, 10, 11, 12. I had over $5,000, over 5,000 friends on Facebook. I didn't even know some of the people. Not only that, not to include that Instagram and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Anytime in my music career, this is the only time that I feel like I ain't even put nothing out to be hot.
So do you feel like you was hot enough at one point to get signed?
Hell yeah. The Smaller Boys, when we had Crank It Up One Time, 10 years ago, bro, nobody was hotter than us.
Okay, so you said earlier that you was in the streets. Do you think being in the streets at that point stopped you from getting the record deal?
Yeah, because, you know, I was trying to get some money to put towards my music. So my thing was, shit, I can't do no music without no money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, if I would have had the same mind frame that I have right now, I'll probably been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. Go get a job while I can still put money behind my music. I didn't have that mind frame. So my focus was, shit, get me some money. While I was getting me some money, and music shit wasn't really nothing to me. It started just becoming for fun. I was wanting to get some money.
So having to get money to finance the music, and the music taking off so fast interfere with the business of the music, basically.
Hey, yeah, because I didn't know the business neither. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know how to even promote myself at the same time. So that was really what kept me too. You feel me? We didn't have nobody that would say, hey man, look, this what y'all need to be doing, because everybody who was around me was doing the same shit in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
They liked our music, but shit. Nobody say, hey man, fuck that, I'm gonna put some money behind y'all. Everybody, hey, y'all can do it. Just like I talk to motherfuckers, they say, man, y'all should have been on. Yeah, we should have been on. Nigga, you ain't help us.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
For sure. All it takes for y'all is to extend y'all arm, and we all out of here. So, do you think it's harder to become an artist now versus 10 years ago, or was it harder then?
It's way harder now.
Why you think that? Because I think it's easier now.
Shit. I just said because the shit I rap about, it's hard for me. I don't go here and sit here and rap about this fairy tale ass shit. So it's harder for me. And when you got the motherfucker that can make a song about Gucci, that dog, and get signed, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being right, the nigga got a song called Gucci Gang, like, I can't do, I'm not
It's a whole bunch of bullshit music out here that's popping.
And sometimes I hate to even say, like, I gotta sometimes be trying to sit in the studio and think about how I can make a song like this.
How you can water your content down.
You feel me? That shit crazy.
I know a lot of artists like that. But I say it's easier because it's so many more avenues. You ain't got to directly just try to get signed by no label. You can make a song and put it on YouTube and the bitch get 1 million views and you own.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's a two-way street, because just like you said, the content of music that you make not gonna pop right now. It would have popped 20 years ago. Right now, niggas want to hear I'm on Molly, I'm on drugs, shit. Let's go do some dumb nigga shit.
Nigga, we was talking about that. The shit that these folks talking about. Go back and listen to Crank It Up one time. This is what I said. Like, if you go listen to all our verses, we were talking about on drugs, because all of us probably was on drugs, then rolling on X-Fields or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of us was drinking then, you know what I'm saying? And this was 09. My mama died in 06. So this is 3 years after my mama passed. You know what I'm saying?
So you was out here going crazy. You was just living, huh?
Yeah, I'm living life. Not including one of my homeboys that I went to school with. Chifa had just died. You feel me? Chifa turned 21 and got killed.
R.I.P. Chifa. I'm kind of bouncing around everywhere, but did you lose anybody in Hurricane Katrina?
Oh, no, I didn't lose nobody in Hurricane Katrina. My mama was the last one from my family to get out of Katrina. I was locked up. That was in 05. I was locked up. I was 18 and I was locked up in Cobb County Jail. When Katrina hit, you know what I'm saying? My mama walked. My baby brother had to walk across the bridge to go get on the bus. She wound up in Kentucky.
And shout out to everybody that made it out of Katrina, man, and rest in peace to everybody that didn't. Alright, so we gonna play a game. I'm gonna say a word, and you say the first thing that pop up in your head.
Okay.
The first thing.
Let's do it.
Hickory Lake.
Money.
Campbell High School.
Ooh, dice game.
Cali. Free Cali.
My little brother.
Yellow Store.
Ooh. Stay the fuck away from that motherfucker.
Alright, and this the last one. I expect 2 different type of answers for this. DeVille. Because it's 2 different things, Nigga told me the bill used to be popping. The apartment complex DeVille though.
Oh, what you know about that? Yeah. That's on the left road. See, that's across the street from Campbell Middle School.
Nigga told me that was the lake before the lake.
Yeah, that was the lake before the lake.
For
You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Whew. Yeah, it's 2 minutes to the DeVille. I stayed at the DeVille apartments. For real.
For sure.
I stayed at the DeVille apartments, you feel me? DeVille for me was growth. I would have to say that'd be the main for both of the meanings for me. Like even from the apartments to the hood. Feel me, just growth. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. All right, I got another question. Like, how did it feel to see one of your best friends and his mama on the news? Like, what was your thought? Because I know that shit shocked me when I saw it.
The first time, that was in 2014. I was already in prison, so I really didn't even get to see them on the news, you know what I'm saying? It was actually after I came home when they put them on the news again, around their trial time, and I seen that, because it wasn't just him and his mama, you know, everybody they put on them except the motherfuckers who told, you know, I share a special relationship with all of them, shit, for real, but, you know, Fat Boy Mine don't, you know, I stayed with these folks, so, you know, that shit was a lot of deep feelings right there, you know what I'm saying, man? Fat Boy have been through a whole lot of shit together, especially like when my mama died, my nigga was there for me, you know what I'm saying, like, every day, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I needed, he felt like I was gonna help me get through it, but it was right there, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. So that was a hurtful feeling, especially knowing that they ain't get caught red-handed. The nigga ran his mouth.
Yeah, nigga talking.
That's crazy, man. Free everybody that got caught up, man.
Free the real, man. Fuck the rats.
Well, speaking of that, what does that mean? Free the real, fuck the rat.
That's FDO, you know what I'm saying? That's my record label. You feel me? After the Smart Boys issue, I started FDR, you know what I'm saying? FDR was meaning like, the reason why I went from SBG, because SBG stands for Smarter Boy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a boy no more, I'm a man. So that's why I went to FDR. FDR means fuck the rest, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the rest, free the real, you know what I'm saying? And it's just on some shit like, don't free the real. When I say free the real, I'm not talking about folks that's in prison, I'm talking about free the real inside you. Because if you ain't being real with yourself, how could I ever expect you to be real with me?
I like that right there. Respect to that one. Free the real inside you. Because if you ain't real with yourself, how can I expect you to be real with me? Respect.
And also, I got that from, I really came up with the subject too because when I was in prison, man, I was locked up with this old guy, man. He said he had been locked up for 27 years. At the time of me meeting him, I was 27. You feel me? He asked me a question, and that question stuck with me. He said, if you can speak at your own funeral, what would you say that nobody else would say?
Wow, that's deep.
You feel me? And that stuck with me. That made me think, like, damn, I don't know.
I don't even know for myself.
Because I didn't know, you feel me? That's how deep it was to me. So that's when when I got out of prison, I said I got to make a point. And I got to make a point that it make it harder and harder. The question get harder and harder for me every day. Because every day I want to make something where a motherfucker going to say at my funeral that I can't say.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to a point where I can say what nobody else can say.
Yeah, that's real right there. That's something everybody should think about, man. That's a real jewel right there. Shout out to that old man. Alright, so Kobe just passed away and it kinda affected me. Like, I ain't never even been a Kobe fan, but it just affected me because I was just like, I don't know how that happened. Like, did that death affect you in any way?
R.I.P. to Kobe, but you know, and I respect him, and I've been a good player in the basketball, but it didn't affect me. What affected me was his daughter dying. You know what I'm saying? Like how she didn't get to make her effect on the world. Like I said, my sister died 4 months ago. You know what I'm saying? My little cousin died 4 months ago. That's the shit that affected me because I live in the real world. That's the shit that I wake up and think about. Like, okay, boom. Oh, I turn on the TV and I go on Facebook and they talk about the little boy got found in China. You know what I'm saying? He from goddamn Old National or something like that. You know what I'm saying? His body got found in China. That's the shit that affect me. You know what I'm saying?
He was dead.
Yeah. You feel me? That's the shit that affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe got to live his life. He made his impact on the world. It was one more for me about the kid. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even get to make effect on their words.
So death too prevalent around you for you to care about somebody that didn't live their life. You more affected by the people that didn't get to live their life.
I'm more affected to the people that's around me. You feel me? Like that's close to me. You know what I'm saying? Like people that I grew up with, people that I have elevated with. Them the most affected me. My best friend died of my own. You feel me? That's what affected me. You feel me? I watched my mama take her last breath from dying from cancer. That's what affected me. You feel me? Like that's the type of stuff that affected me. Like Kobe didn't affect me. You know what I'm saying? Like truth be told, motherfucker was trying to watch Kobe Bryant. I was outside trying to sell a damn crack rock.
Straight up.
I'm just being real.
Straight up.
Now, I never been the type of person to look up to people that was on TV. You feel me? Like that's why Soulja Slim was one of my role models, because he wasn't no mainstream rapper neither. But
you could physically see him.
I could physically see him.
Mm-hmm.
I could physically see Group Beloved. You know what I'm saying? I could physically see him. My cousin, I could physically see these folk. These folk were role models to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though they was in the streets, but I knew why they was in the streets too.
They had to be.
Yeah.
Okay, without incriminating yourself, tell the viewers a crazy story that you seen that nobody probably would believe. Like some shit that if a nigga seen that, he'd be like, bro, you lying. If you told a nigga that, he'd be like, nigga, stop lying.
Damn. Let me think. Some shit that I seen.
Some amazing shit that you seen.
Some amazing shit that I seen. The most amazing shit that I seen, I probably would say, ooh, that's hard. Because I done seen a lot of shit.
Okay, hold on to that question for a minute. Just think on that. If you had one jewel that you can give 13-year-old E, what would it be? One jewel for 13-year-old E.
If I could have one jewel to give 13-year-old E, I would tell him to keep doing what he's doing. You feel me? And shit gonna get better. Because I learned from 13-year-old E. That's how I became the man that I am today. I'm just being real. Like, I've been through a whole lot since I was 13, you feel me? Like, I was in a coma at 13, you see what I'm saying? I started selling drugs at 13, you feel me? My first time ever doing anything, as I felt like it's going into a man, it was 13. So 13-year-old E made me the man I am today, so I wouldn't tell him nothing but to keep doing what he's doing and stay away from these fuck niggas.
Okay, what's the significance of the number 13 to you?
I don't like that motherfucker. Shit.
Why not?
Like I told you, I had a coma. I was in a coma for 6 months at 13. 13 years after that, I went to prison. You know what I'm saying? Last year was 13 years till my mama died. You know what I'm saying? That was 2019. That's the same year my sister died. Feel me? So the number 13 was always really been a bad number for me. Just to be real, for real. So, you know, 13 it can either be good or bad, you feel me? But to me, it's bad.
So that's a bad number to you, man. That's,
yeah.
Whew.
In 2013, I went to prison.
That was your first time going to prison?
First time. 2013, I went to prison. See, listen, my mama died in 06, right?
Mm-hmm. R.I.P. mine, dude. 13,
I was 19 years old. Then 2013, I was 26 years old and I went to prison. You feel me? 13 years later, after my mama died, my sister died. My only sister.
Fuck the number 13.
Yeah.
Man. So you say you've been to prison. Like, was the prison life tough, or was it like fairly easy?
When my cousin asked me that question when I came home in 2015, I told him just like this. Prison what you make. You feel me? And I say that because shit, well, however you go in there, you gonna come out. You either gonna come out a better person. Prison taught me a lot of shit. For real. Taught me another way of minding your business. Cause as long as you mind your business, ain't nobody gonna mess with you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Definitely.
You know, it's gonna be somebody that try to talk to you, but you got the right to talk to anybody you want to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
Jail is the first time I ever read a book all the way through. And it's sad to say that.
Shit, me too.
That shit is crazy.
Shit, the first book I ever read through was the Bible. Feel me? But like nowadays, like I can sit, I don't have to be in jail to read no book. I can sit right here right now and read a book. Because shit, book is way better than movies nowadays to me.
Yeah.
I got a different, imagine being in prison make you start realizing like, okay, everything don't have to be on the TV screen. Think about it. Our kids today so messed up with this technology stuff. When I was growing up, we ain't had so much of this technology.
Hell nah, shit. Some of the technology, nigga, you was rich if you had some of this shit.
Yeah. My first phone, my nigga, I was 15.
I was 15 when I got my first phone.
I was 15 years old.
And it was a minute phone, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? My first phone was a Metro, the first Metro ever with the light on the top. Well, niggas used to keep the extra batteries from the old phones. You feel me? Because that bitch stayed fucking up.
He say he an OG for real.
For real, like, just being real.
So prison taught you how to mind your own business.
Prison taught me that.
Kevin Gates say in prison you must respect everything, and everything will respect you.
Oh man, listen, man. He ain't lied.
Is
That's
there
one of my favorite rappers.
Okay. Speaking of your favorite rappers, is there any mainstream artists that you get inspiration from?
Yo, Kevin Gates, for real. I respect him to the fullest. I'm just being real, like, I love everything. I mean, no homo shit, but I love everything about the man. Like, I just feel like he ain't the person that out here trying to be nobody else, him.
You in tune with his vibe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. I respect
That's
it.
how I always want to be remembered. I want to be me. I want the motherfucker to see me and be like, yeah, that nigga eat always the same nigga every time.
Definitely. Are you still in a rap group or are you a solo artist?
No, we still do music together, but I'm not in no rap group. I'm a solo artist. Like I said, my label is FDR, you know what I'm saying? They still SBG, you know what I'm saying? They signed to the label SBG from Mexico. I'm not signed to SBG, you know what I'm saying? I do music, youngest still do music together. Love do music sometimes, but you know, I'm a solo artist by myself. Okay,
so it's all love, but you a solo artist.
Oh yeah.
Squad still in effect. Okay. Have you ever been out of town to do a show, or have all your shows been local?
Oh hell no, I did a show in East St. Louis.
Okay, the Show Me State.
I did a show East St. Louis. We did a show East St. Louis in 2012. That following year, that's when I went to prison. Real shit.
Who was on the show with you?
It was the Smart Boys, but the only people that went was me and Youngin. Love hadn't got locked up around that time again. So me and Youngin went out there. My homegirl, Star, she actually from East St. Louis. My homeboy Bird, Big Bird, he was from East St. Louis too. Big Bird on the beat. Who else was with us? That was it. That's who from around this area. That's who went. But Shout out to East St. Louis, my nigga Oopsie, man, from East St. Louis. Brother Hard.
Shout out Oopsie for booking that show. Alright, like I've been noticing lately, like, man, it's like so many artists in Cobb, so many artists in this area, and don't none of them link up to do music. Why you think that is?
Oh, like I said earlier, man, a lot of brothers out here in Cobb envy each other. They envy each other because they still stuck on this, they think they can do it by themselves, they feel like they better than the other, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I'm different than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? That's why I call myself, that's why I started calling myself Young E and switched it to OGE, because like I said, I've been out here for so long.
I consider you an OG in the game.
You feel me? And I've been out here for so long that I feel like
you was running shit when I came here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if all of them get together, if all of us get together and put that, like I was thinking about putting a concert together, but then I started thinking about it like, I'm gonna wind up putting it together when it comes to it, everybody's gonna want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how niggas be. Like, y'all niggas still beefing over some shit that happens 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That shit crazy, man. You know, we all gotta go up and be men. A lot of folks don't want to be men. That's what I feel.
So you think it's gonna always be a raft because niggas ain't grew up yet?
It's a pride thing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you can tell, I can bring you around some of the OGs, and shit, we done music together, or we better do music together, you know what I'm saying? But you have these young folks who don't want to do music with you. You know what I'm saying? But then they see you with their big homie or their OG, then they want to speak to you, want to be cool with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know
That's
what
how
I'm
I
saying? It's
go.
a pride thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Gates said, one day I get over my pride.
Shout out Kevin Gates, man. You figured out that story yet, man? That crazy, unbelievable story yet?
Oh yeah. We was at a hotel, right?
Alright.
Well, we went to the smoke party. I was 13 then.
Shout out to 13, man. That nigga did everything at 13.
We was right here on Spring Road at the hotel called Homestead.
In the Ville.
Homeboy had a smoke party. But at the smoke party, we in that bitch. It had to be probably about 30, 40, 50 people in this room, and there's a lot of smoke going on. Alright, police knock on the door. So he said, I'm gonna go outside and talk to him. Man, before they knocked on the door, he said, I'm gonna go outside and talk to him. Well, this nigga left. I ain't gonna say his name, but this nigga leave the party. The police come knock on the door. Everybody get quiet. They open the door. The police might have said, I want everybody to come outside and show your IDs. What? That was it. Shit, the first two niggas went out the door and showed their ID. Everybody else got their hell on. Man, we ran from, guess what we ran to? We ran from Spring Road all the way to the Ville Apartments.
Them niggas weighing 5 miles.
Bro, when I tell you, this picture, this though, is about 10 of us running, bro. I just knew we was going to jail. I was on juvenile probation at the time. You talking about goddamn being scared?
Hot boys in the homestay.
And guess what? Me and my brother was the two youngest niggas in there. You feel me? Everybody else got down in high school. Me and my brother probably was the only two motherfuckers that's in middle school.
That's crazy, man.
My AT had a motherfucking, like a little, kind of, you would say, kind of like a photo car, but it was one like a little Civic or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause all 10 of us was in that motherfucker trying to get on. We would call that the Skittle.
The Skittle, though.
For real. I pin my nigga Jarvis, man, cause that nigga was a fool.
That's crazy. You got any kids?
Yeah, I do. I actually had a daughter that was on the way. My baby mom was 7 months pregnant. She lost my daughter. And I also got a daughter named Queen.
Shout out to the kids, man. How did fatherhood change your outlook on life?
it made me realize somebody's always going to be looking up to you. So you got to be an example for them. You know what I'm saying? You got to make it where when they go back and they hear about you, what are folks going to say about you? You know what I'm saying? If they say, Daddy, how you do this, how you do that, I want to be able to show them. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughter to be out here not be able to do nothing for herself, or me not to be able to do nothing for her. So it gave me a better grind, you know what I'm saying? It made me want to make better decisions, should I say. My decisions, I already know, like I made a couple of bad decisions. But with her being in my life, it made me want to make better decisions. So with my decision making, I say she made me make better decisions in life.
Baby made you make better decisions. Is the relationship with the mother good?
Oh yeah, me and my baby mama cool. You know what I'm saying? That's my dog, for real, for real.
That's
you know,
good.
we do sometimes, you know, cause like I say, the decision making, like with me, like I always just feel like I told her, she is my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So the decisions that you make, you have to make sure that you making the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? With me, I feel like when she not making the right decisions, you ain't just hurting yourself. You hurting her too. And that's with me. You feel me? So I just be like, fuck.
Welcome back to the Conclusion I Drew podcast. Special guest, OGE. Finna get ready to wrap this episode up.
Oh yeah.
Got a few more questions for you, my brother.
What's that? Let me hear.
Alright, what's one thing you think you could do to like break through as a mainstream artist? One thing that you haven't already done, because like you said, you've been putting in work for 10, 15 years. So what's one thing that you feel like you could do to make you go to the next level?
Oh, like right now, I think I just had to, like I said, put all the bullshit to the side and focus. I've always been doing this for so long, but I've never been so more focused as I am now. You know what I'm saying? I've got to give it my all. You know what I'm saying? That's how I realized everybody was giving it their all when I was in the streets. Everybody who made it, I'm like, damn, why they make it before me? They was grinding. They put the same grind that I was putting in the streets, they put it into the music. So now, that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting the grind that I had in the streets, I'm putting it into my music.
For sure. You gotta make that happen. What you like to do besides rap? Like, what are you good at besides music?
Oh, shit. Well, I just found out I'm good at acting. So I've been acting a little bit. Check out the web series. Run It Up. Atlanta Avenue, I'm on both of them. And I'm also finna start shooting my own web series. Well, actually, I'm gonna start shooting my own movie called Loyalty Over Love. So y'all get ready for it. I'm putting you in there too, so y'all definitely gotta check it out.
Loyalty Over Love? I like that title. Cause I would rather somebody be loyal to me than to love me. What do that title mean? Could you explain that to the viewers, what that title Loyalty Over Love mean?
You know how everybody was saying LOL, laugh out loud. So that's when I had put the LOL instead of LOI to me being laugh out loud. I said it was Loyalty Over Love. Because everybody who ever showed me love, they hurt me in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who ever told me they love me, they hurt me in some type of way. My mom and my dad, I didn't give a fuck who it is. And I love my mom and my dad too a whole lot. But every time somebody told me they love me, they hurt me in some type of way. Everybody who was loyal to me, I never had to ask them did they love me because I knew they did. They showed me.
Loyalty over love, man. I respect that, man.
It just goes another one of my meanings real life, you know what I'm saying? Remember everybody ain't loyal and loyalty is everything, you know what I'm saying?
Remember everybody ain't loyal. Real shit. Any projects you got coming up or anything? Any new music? Besides, you just said you got the Loyalty Over Love finna take off in a minute, but any new music?
Yeah, I'm also shooting a documentary with the CD I'm finna drop called The Real Streets of Cobb County. I also got a Facebook show, Keep It Real Fridays. So y'all tune in every Friday. I also got my mixtape that's gonna be with the documentary I'm shooting is also called The Real Streets of Cobb County. I got a single finna drop called Fill Up the Bag featuring my cousin Mr. 504 and my little young nigga Marietta Slam. My brother Young Blifford got a mixtape coming soon. But to be on that, which me and him working on another mixtape together called 10 Years Later. I got a lot going on actually.
Hey, I can't wait for that. 10 years later, that's good.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. I remember niggas was riding around in the red money.
Hey man, for real, man.
Straight up, man. Oh man, I appreciate you for stepping through on the podcast, man.
I appreciate you, man, for giving me
very special episode to me, man. This is episode number 1. I had to pop it off with the OG because, like I said, you was the first nigga that I seen with my own eyes doing this music shit. You was the first nigga I seen. I'm going to the club. Everybody in the club know all the words to the song.
That shit crazy, bro.
Like, and even though me and you didn't mesh when we first met, it was always respect.
One thing about two people with two great minds, you know, they always clash at first. But when we put our mind together, you see what happens.
For sure. My boy motivated me to get up off my ass and make it happen. I respect that to the fullest, man. So, man, is there anything you got to say? Anything you got to say before we sign out, big dog?
Like I was saying, time don't wait for no man. And like I said earlier, when the man asked me the question, I asked everybody the same question. If you could live, you could stand at your own funeral on that pavement, the patio is what they say. What would you say at your own funeral that nobody in the world said about you? Think about that, and then you start thinking about your life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just taking the hustle and taking the time to do what you want to do. But sitting on your ass, everybody could come up with an idea. But what's going to happen when you don't put that idea to it? So just think about what you want to do in life, put everything you got into it, and I guarantee you'll see the results.
For sure. Episode 1 conclusion. OGE. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Conclusion I Drew podcast. We out of here.
Yeah.
You wanna know what's going on in the street? I'm telling you what's going on in the street. I'm one of them old folks. You know, when I want to know something, all the news and stuff, that's gonna water down. I want to know something. I turn Drew Conclusion right there on the podcast.